afternoon, everybody. Kyle Steele coming at you for Deep Tracks with Kyle the Fourth, as he's known around here. Quattro. We have somehow like 10 people that work out of this office, and 4 of them are named Kyle. We multiply like gremlins or mogwai here in Gravitate. So many Kyles coming at you. This week on Deep Tracks, for 1 Minute Wednesday, I talked about how SEO is the offensive line of the internet, all the tactics, all the nitty-gritty work that you have to do, the down and dirty stuff, the repetition. So I brought in the Gravitate linebacker, former offensive lineman, linebacker for East High here in Des Moines, the pride and joy of the Scarlets. Kyle, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
Absolutely. We got the West Des Moines sign here in the firehouse. This is going to be lit up this summer. Stop by for a beer and visit us. So Kyle was on 2-time state playoff teams. And so Kyle, take us through some of those two-a-days, some of those drills and tactics that you guys had to do, just that grueling work you had to do as a state contending football player for East High there, man.
Yeah, so the season always started in the spring with two-a-day practices, just, really putting in the work up front, really digging in deep up front, getting that conditioning in, getting all the skills drills in, really putting all that upfront work, and then letting that coast into the season, making sure everybody's ready to go. Then once the season starts, just, grinding away at it.
And so some of those two-a-days, I'm sure, this is also why I played golf in high school, because I hated those drills. But two-a-days, so you're wearing the same sweaty clothes twice a day, and you're just sitting there using the blocking dummies over and over, right?
Oh yeah, it was horrible.
And how many times were your offensive linemen in the paper?
Oh, never. Never.
But your quarterback was, right?
Oh, all the time. Or more specifically, our running back. We had always had great running backs.
But who made that possible for them?
The linemen.
Absolutely, because they're doing the tactics, they're doing everything that nobody else is getting credit for, right?
Oh yeah, they're the ones that make all the plays happen.
Yep, all the tactics, everything like that. So with that, maybe tell us about how you guys got to state twice and some of the teams that you faced there, man.
Well, it was really about, bringing all the players together, getting that teamwork, getting the sense of, just everybody working together. And especially getting those linemen ready, because if the line doesn't work, nothing works. The O linemen are what protect the quarterback. They're what moves the defense out of the way and allows the running back to go through. I mean, they're really the ones that hold the team together. And if they're not doing their job, the team just can't succeed.
Everything else just breaks down.
Yep.
And we see that often. That's why I use that analogy. I thought it was a pretty fair analogy, right? I'm a big analogy guy, and the Bears have so many problems, outside of the offensive line. That's just the beginning, I guess you could say. But so many companies want to come in and they want to do the everything on Facebook, everything on Instagram, right? You want to go right to Instagram influencers. You want to go to everything sexy about, digital marketing, which all of that stuff is extremely important to your overall digital strategy. But like Kyle's making the point here, if your line sucks, the rest of your strategy doesn't matter. You could have the best running back ever. I mean, look at Barry Sanders. He was running for his life, pretty much all day, every day, because his line was just not that good. Walter Payton did a lot of it by himself, but then in the 80s, the Bears actually had a decent line, and we, did extremely well.
Yep.
So with SEO in your website, that's your foundation. That's your foundation for building everything else. And if you don't have that intact, then everything else is all for naught. It's just not even worth it. So tell us some good stories about maybe your playoff game where you guys were up against who was it? West Des Moines Valley?
Yeah. So we were either tied or up by 1 touchdown halftime against Valley. And
here we go, East.
And well, East is always the underdogs. We're always underestimated, and that's honestly what works to our advantage. What always worked to our advantage. People always underestimated us, but we really came out and played that first half like no one ever expected. But you know, unfortunately, the second half they came out and they played to their full potential.
Yeah, but Kyle, you always, I mean, you're a grinder. You're here, you know, the same hours I am, 8 till 1, 2, 3 a.m. Right? You're just sitting there grinding for your clients and for your business as well. And so, did some of that discipline kind of wear off on you? You know, some of those tactics and things that you did back then. Does that discipline still help you out to this day?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So I mean that experience really, and you know, a lot of experience is really ingrained in me. The importance of discipline, the importance of you know, grinding, getting your just putting your nose to the grindstone, working not just smarter, not just harder, but also smarter.
Yep.
You know, you got to do both at the same time, and that's really when you bring out your true potential.
That's right. So you're putting in the grind. That's why, once again, you know, making sure that you have your foundation, whatever it is for your business, making sure that you have that foundation set before you get on. You have to put in that grind, really build before you can move on to those next steps, whether that's digital marketing or your business as well. I got the West Des Moines sign behind us here in the firehouse, classing up the joint just a little bit. Shortly on Deep Tracks, you'll probably see some more people. We might have an audience behind us. Who knows? There's probably people lining up right now who want to get in the door. But with that, Kyle, tell the people a little bit about what you do and how they can get in touch with you, my man.
So I run Leetown Advisors, which is a fee-only financial planning firm.
So no commissions.
No commissions. No commissions. We don't get paid to sell products. We're fee for service only. So we help you with everything from budgeting, debt management, tax planning, retirement, estate planning, and of course investments, and everything in between. So, and one of the big things right now that I'm dealing with a lot of younger clients is student loans. Student loans are incredibly complicated and require tons of planning work. So that is a huge thing, a huge value add that I bring to clients.
That's the next mortgage crisis. Kyle can help you avoid that. I don't know the SEC rules about compliance and all that stuff, but he's a great guy. I'm going to put his information up here if you want to get in touch with him so that he can help you with all that. But once again, fellow linebacker, Kyle the Fourth. I am Kyle the First here somehow. That's amazing still to this day. But coming at you from Gravitate Studios here in the firehouse. Another great time here on Deep Tracks. Thanks for joining us, Kyle.
Thank you.
Until next week, peace.